Hey there peeps out in YouTube land, Asenva here to do a little Q&A. So a YouTube user named beccaluvsmccartney has a video out and she had sent it to me so I could look at it and hopefully help her out. I'm gonna go ahead and link the video here, that way if anybody else wants to do a video response and maybe help her out, I think that's really good. I mean, that's the cool thing about this BJD community, is that there's so many people out here just like helpful. So, but this is my response to you. So in the video you brought up a couple different questions. I am first of all very excited for you and your want to join the BJD community. That's super duper fantastic and awesome. It's really cool to see more and more people getting into this hobby. And onto your questions, like the first question that I got from your video was asking like opinion on doll models for a certain character that you had in mind. Unfortunately, I can't say that I'd be able to like specifically give you a doll that would fit your character. The reason why I say this is that a lot of different people in the BJD hobby, they are really strong in picking their own dolls, and it may not be the same coming from me if I tell you, oh, you know, to fit your doll character you may want to look into getting, I don't know, a doll family Ling Yu. That would be totally awesome for you, because something that may work for me may not work for you. The best I can tell you though, and the best advice I can give you, is to definitely look around. I mean, that's what the whole first step is when you jump into this hobby. It's just research. I mean, some people, they spend a long time doing research, and it's good that they do because it's an investment. This hobby is by no means a really like inexpensive hobby to join. You have to spend money in it, unfortunately, but I mean, it all really just boils down to what you want. I mean, there's tons of doll companies nowadays, like tons and tons and tons. A good website that I'm just going to go ahead and preach until the end of this video is going to be BJD collectasy. They actually have a ongoing database of all, or most of all of the I guess trusted companies out there for ball jointed dolls. They have a whole list of retailers. They even have some for retailers that are on eBay. I think they have a couple of them there. And, I mean, just look through those and you'll be surprised on what you find. I mean, because one time, I mean, you may be looking at this doll, and then another time you may be looking at another one, and then you'll make that choice. I mean, you'll find it. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind that you'll be able to find it, because there's so many great dolls out there. So I would say, in regards to that question that you gave me about asking for opinions for dolls for you to buy for that specific character, really look around. And I mean, look at other places too, like DeviantArt. If you look around and see what other people have done to certain sculpts, you'd be amazed. Like, there's a bunch of sculpts out there that when you look at company photos, you're just like, what? And then when you look at people's uploaded photos on Flickr or DeviantArt that have those dolls, they make amazing characters out of them. Which, I mean, is like the beauty of doing the research behind, you know, your preliminary steps into coming into the hobby. It's because you start building your characters when you're looking for your dolls. So that's why I think it's really important that you really look around. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to tell you like specific doll molds for your character, because really, I mean, that's your character that you have in your mind, you know. So I wouldn't be able to, I don't think I'd be able to like hand off a character to somebody else that I know and have them come out with the same thing that's envisioned in my mind if I didn't do it myself. So I think it's really good if you look around, and it's really important that you look around too and see what you can find. But definitely check out BJD collectasy, look at DeviantArt, Flickr, and just see what kind of dolls that you want and just go for it. I mean, that's the fun step. You get to look at your dolls and you get to see what you want. So definitely good luck to you on that. I hope you do find something that just calls out to you. Another question that you had asked in your video was a doll that wouldn't be too expensive. I understand that you're young, which is harder for you to gather money. A lot of different people do different things though in order to raise money for their dolls. I don't know what kind of situation that you have, if you'd be able to do anything that you could, you know, help around the house and maybe get an allowance or something along those lines. But people do it different ways. I've heard of people saving up their birthday money and like Christmas money and wherever they get it, and then they save for that doll. And I know it can be hard. It really can be hard to save up for your first doll or for any doll. Some people, I mean, like you said, they spend 2 years saving for it. But I mean, that's another beautiful thing about this hobby, is that you work so hard to get something that you really want. That, I mean, multiple people say that, you know, you really shouldn't just jump into the hobby and just find the first thing that you can get, that you can, like, you know, afford because it's the cheapest thing. If there's something that you really like you really want, say that you find a doll that you want that's like $300, save for it, because you don't want to have any regrets coming into this hobby if you just purchase another doll just to say that you're going to purchase it just for the time being, just so you can jump into the hobby. I really, really, really highly suggest, if you find something that you really, really like, I mean, you keep on going back to it and you're just like, man, I love this doll so much. Like, seriously, just spend the time saving for it. And I mean, that's what a lot of people do in this hobby. I know I had to do that a couple of times, and that's because I have a job. But, I mean, there's other things that require money, so I have to set aside my money wisely. So, I mean, I unfortunately can't just, like, dish out a paycheck and buy a doll. I wish I could, but, I mean, you have to save. And I think the longest one that I saved for was actually Kai. Because even though he was, like, I don't remember how much he was, maybe $200, I didn't really have, like, a set job, like, that was bringing in that much money that I could say, yes, I'm going to set aside, like, you know, all my money this paycheck and buy him right away. I really had to, like, set aside money, and then whenever I got presents from people, like, you know, my fiance gave me a couple, like, dollars here and there, I just went ahead and it went into Kai's fund, his bank. I literally had a tin can that I would stuff money into until I knew I could pay him off with shipping and everything. So if you find, I mean, if you do happen to find a doll that is at a really good price that you really like, then there you go. But I mean, if you find something that you really like that is kind of on the expensive side, then you could save for it. But I mean, like I said, and this whole video is just like my opinion. I'm not telling you that this is the way to do it, but just to kind of answer your question, since you asked for my opinion, that's what I would do. I mean, if you really do find something that you like, save for it. I mean, that's what you do for anything, really. I mean, even grown-ups do that when they want to save up for cars and things like that, you know. They have to save money for it. And same thing with this hobby, too. I mean, it's not like a car, but, you know, you still have to save for it. So, I think that was pretty much a majority of your questions, but let me go ahead and direct you to some other places that you can get information from. I know Den of Angels is actually closed, and it may be opening sometime this month. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be opening this month, but if not, there are some other places that you can look. On BJD Collectasy, there's actually a section of doll forums other than Den of Angels. And I know, for example, Junkie Spot has a forum that you can join, and there's quite a few people on that one as well. And I really don't know about any of the other ones, but I mean, there's tons of places that you can look to. Den of Angels isn't the only place that you can go to. It is probably one of the biggest ones and the most commonly used one, but unfortunately, since everything's kind of closed right now, you'd have to look through other resources. And also here on YouTube, there's a lot of people that have been doing doll videos, which is so amazing. So if there's ever a doll sculpt that you want to look more into, do a Google search, do a YouTube search. I mean, you'll be surprised on what you can find. So I kind of hope this helps in some shape, way, or form. And I mean, just hang in there. Good luck. I mean, it's a really fun hobby, and I know you'll have tons of fun in it once you jump into it. So hang in there. I know you can do it, and good luck to you. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and leave her video below, and I'll put it, I put a link earlier in the video, but I'll go ahead and I'll link it at the bottom in the description box. If you guys want to maybe just give her some pointers too. I mean, that's what we're all here for, to help each other, so hopefully we can help her out. And if anybody else has something that I may have left out, I mean, or if you know other places like, I don't know those other forums. If somebody actually is a part of some of the other forums other than Denim Angels, maybe we can go ahead and direct her towards those. Anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!